Hey guys, we are back with another Road to the Show episode on MLB 12 The Show. This time it's going to be for the Padres closing pitcher, Bobby Bender. Not yet to the major leagues, although he's still in AAA, and he's dominating in AAA at that. This episode not actually going to be talking about Bobby Bender's gameplay too much, though I will reference it every now and then. It's actually going to be talking about some early MLB season developments, I guess you could say. We will start off with the Mets, off to a great start. I believe they were 5-1, I want to say, or 5-2 now, or 4-1 or 4-2 now, I should say. They've started off red hot. David Wright obviously started great, and then I think he broke his pinky finger. So that's a bit of a disappointment, although Johan Santana obviously you can't be too disappointed with the Mets. Santana has looked very good in his first two starts, not throwing as hard as he used to, although he still has his nasty changeup, and he can still pop the glove at 89-90 at times, and with some movement, the ball looks really good. So, Phillies have not been off to a very good start. I am not completely sure about their record. I know they're near 500, maybe one over, one behind. I know obviously it's early, but it is concerning for some fans, like myself, although I'm a Yankees fan. And speaking of the Yankees started off terrible. They started off 0-3, have won their last two games. A gutsy performance by Ivan Nova in their first game against the Orioles, and Raul Ibanez came through in the second game in extra innings, and I know a lot of the Yankees have problems getting hits with runners in scoring position. Seems like them, and I'm not going to name any other team because some fans may get a little annoyed, but the Yankees really seem to have a problem with that. Some teams that haven't looked bad with that, obviously the Rays have started pretty well. The Toronto Blue Jays have been a pleasant surprise. They've beaten the Red Sox in their two games. Obviously this video is being made before those games the last game has occurred. But the Blue Jays have looked very good, although a few of their hitters have looked terrible. JP Arencibia, I think he's hitting under 100. Not sure if he got that up, but that is not acceptable, regardless of what time it is in the season, especially if it's late. But lucky for him, he has time to turn it around. Curtis Granderson, the same for the Yankees. And I think Kevin Youkilis is hitting close to 100 for the Red Sox. I know Jacoby Ellsbury's also struggled on getting the ball, hitting the ball consistently. Some more pleasant surprises. The Diamondbacks have looked very well in the NL West. I think they're still undefeated, 4-0 at the time of this video being made. And with a team that does not have a lot of, Albert Pujols and Prince Fielders, they are certainly having a good start to the season, as are the Dodgers in the NL West. Matt Kemp has looked very good. He's been playing well, coming off of his MVP caliber season, as Ryan Braun actually has not looked as well. But the Diamondbacks, undefeated as of right now. Obviously that will change, but everyone's been hitting well. They've been clutch. They have a pretty good team ERA at, I think, 3.5 or something around there, so that is I think that's below league average, although I'm not completely sure about that league average. Let's see what other teams have looked very good.
He has just been a man among boys out there this
year. The
Blue
Jays have looked good. Having a little memory block right here. The Padres, the team that Bobby Bender plays for, they've looked mediocre, I guess you could say. Haven't looked terrible, haven't looked very good either, as the Tigers in the Central have looked very good. Although I think they lost today to Tampa Bay Rays, they've looked good. Miguel Cabrera has been off to a red-hot start. Prince Fielder has looked pretty good. Alex Avila has looked good, especially with that walk-off home run against the Red Sox. And as a Yankee fan, I loved to see that. Sorry to any Red Sox fans who watch my videos. See, who else do we have? The Twins have looked kind of lifeless as a team in the AL Central. And speaking of the AL Central, the Kansas City Royals have looked pretty good. Eric Hosmer has been off to a good start. I think he has a couple of home runs so far. And they've had some decent pitching. The team they played up against, the Los Angeles Angels, I think they played up against them their last series. Well, the Angels have looked, I don't know, the pitching has not looked very good. Pujols has kind of struggled. They're about mediocre right now. Once again, we are talking about a very early start, a very early video talking about very early developments in the season, so obviously things can change. Astros have looked about mediocre. What other teams do we have? Jamie Moyer has yet to win a game. One start. I'm actually hoping to see him win a game. Become the oldest pitcher in Major League Baseball history to get a win. Satchel Paige obviously pitched as a 59-year-old, but he did not get the win in that game. Is Jamie Moyer looking to try and get his first win? Actually got lit up by the Houston Astros. That's what unfortunate. I'm a Jamie Moyer fan, or I'm not a fan of him, but I'd like to see him do well. I'm a fan to see that he loves the game so much to continue playing after Tommy John surgery at age 48. So he's obviously a trooper. Even if he gets to his 300 wins, I don't think he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but he's a good guy nonetheless, a good baseball guy. I think he's been playing since before the Rays were created, or the Rockies. Yeah, I think he was playing before the Rockies were even a team, and that's something that he's playing for them now, 20 years later, 25 years later. So let's see, what other teams do we have to talk about? The Nationals have looked, they've looked decent. Adam Maroche has been on fire to start the season off. I think he's hitting like 380 or something like that. So he's been off to a red-hot start. Steven Strasburg has looked good as he started against the Mets today, and he pitched a decent game. I think the Nats won that game 1-0, so I believe he got that. He got the win for that game. Let's see, who else do we have? The Orioles have looked pretty good to start the season, although dropping 2 to the Yankees. Matt Wieters has looked good. Matt Wieters, Nick Markakis has also looked pretty good. And the pitching rotation the first time around has looked great. Chen, I don't know his first name, but Chen for the Orioles, who pitched against the Yankees yesterday, looked very good. I think he retired something like 15 in a row. And speaking of the East, we'll head back to the NL East this time. Marlins have not looked very good to start the season off, as Stanton hasn't really gotten things going, nor has Reyes or Hanley, a bunch of players who have been struggling. It's unfortunate to see. I want to see the Marlins do well. Obviously early though. So the Oakland Athletics in the AL West have looked good with Yoenis Cespedes. He's been off to a good start, already 3 home runs. He's looked to struggle just a little bit with some defense on balls hit right at him, and not really blame him for that. Those are the hardest balls to play, and obviously you don't get an error if you miss some of those balls, even if you probably should. Cespedes, I think, will have a very good season. I think he'll be close to 30 home runs if he's not at 30 home runs. So also talking about the NL West, or the AL West, I should say, the Mariners have looked good. They've looked pretty good. They've had Ichiro hitting. Sean Figgins has actually been hitting for them, which is a very good sign for the Seattle Mariners. I think this is his contract year, though, although the Mariners will take it either way. Another team who's looked very good, the Texas Rangers. They've looked good the past couple of years, 3-4 years now. Josh Hamilton has been hitting well. He hit a monster home run against the White Sox and playing some great defense in center field. No balls getting by him. They have Ian Kinsler, who homered on opening day once again. Yu Darvish didn't look very good in his first start, but it's his first start in the major league, so can't blame him for that too much. As you see right here, Bobby Bender giving up the home run, a solo shot here, as he's looking to try and nail this one down and keep it at a 4-run deficit. And this one, nice catch over the shoulder. And that's going to about wrap things up here for Bobby Bender. Thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you think about the MLB season, and if any of these stats are outdated. Well, that's because this video was made early in the season. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and do all that good stuff as Bobby Bender works his way to the MLB.